Startups are the only job where you go home for Thanksgiving and lie to your entire family with a straight face. It's like you go home for the holidays, you haven't slept properly since June, and your uncle, who's had the same job at the same place for 27 years, goes like, "So how's the little company going?" And you're like, "Good, yeah, the little company is growing." It's not true, by the way, and like everyone at the table knows that it's not true. Your mom knows, your dad knows, the dog knows, but they all nod. And then your uncle, and he means well, he's like genuinely a good guy. He's just a guy who's paid off his mortgage and thinks he knows how the world works. He goes like, "So you're not making money?" And now you put yourself in a tough spot. Because you can either say, "No, Uncle Mike, I'm not making money," and eat your mashed potatoes in silence like a normal human being, or, and this is what you do every single time, you launch into a TED Talk at the dinner table and start quoting like The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. You're like explaining customer acquisition cost to a man who pays for everything in cash and thinks Venmo is a type of pasta. You're saying things like, "The model is growth first and profitability comes later." And you like hear yourself say it and you're not even sure that you believe it anymore, but you can't stop because if you stop explaining, you have to sit with the silence. And the silence sounds a lot like maybe I should have gone to law school. So you survive Thanksgiving, you fly back to the city, and on Tuesday night you go to a startup networking event because some dude in a Discord channel for consumer founders said the guy from the Chainsmokers, who's like now a VC, was there for the last one. You walk in, there's like 60 people in a room that smells like Bluetooth, and within 4 minutes, you realize every single person in the room is there to meet a VC, and not one person in this room is a VC. It's like a room full of people trying to sell lemonade to other lemonade stands. And this guy like walks up to you and says like, "What does your company do?" And before you can answer, he's already telling you what his company does. And his company, by the way, is like an AI dashboard that gives you actionable insights from your data. And when you ask like, "What kind of data?" he's like, "All of it." And then he walks away like he's Sean Parker telling Mark Zuckerberg to drop the in the Facebook. And in this room, nobody is listening. Everyone is waiting for their turn to talk. Someone comes up to you and tells you they're in diligence with Lightspeed to close their seed round and shows you a notification from DocuSign that Ashton Kutcher just signed his safe. And for tonight, in that room, that's the king. You scan 14 LinkedIn QR codes and grab the last slice of cold pizza, order your Uber, and then you go home thinking you just spent 2 hours networking. And the most valuable connection you made was the bartender because on Fridays, he's like the bar back at Carbone. And then on Friday night, you go out to dinner with your friends, like your normal friends, the ones with jobs, salaries, benefits, PTO. And then one of them goes like, "Oh my God, this week was so stressful. I had 3 meetings on Thursday. 3 meetings on a Thursday." And you nod, and you're like, "Wow, that does sound rough." Because what else are you going to say? Are you really going to say that you were up at 2 a.m. last night on max brightness accusing ChatGPT of gaslighting you into giving up because it told you that your business model was like objectively not viable? No, you can't say that at dinner. That wouldn't be a conversation, it'd be a hostage situation. So you smile, you nod, you say, "Yeah, work's been busy for me too." And honestly, in that moment, if your friend just looked at you and was like, "Hey, good job this week," you'd probably tear up because no one has said that to you in like 3 years. And for a second, you think about what it would be to just like stop, get a normal job, have a salary, benefits. For about 30 seconds, it sounds perfect. But then you really picture it. You picture yourself leaving your job at 5 p.m., not knowing what to do with yourself. You'd sit in your car in the parking garage and refresh your email out of habit for a product that doesn't exist anymore. And so you snap out of it, because that's not you, and it never was. So you open your laptop and you get back to work, because that's the game. And you're in it now.